Hello there, good evening. How is everybody doing this fine Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening? We just started. Beautiful, so let's switch into the cockpit. And let me walk you through what we're gonna do today. Not much is planned, we're gonna eyeball most of it. But since there was an update as of recent in the last few days with the Nordics, I thought we could take the time, take a short trip around Iceland, have a look at the landmarks, the photogrammetry cities and so on. And yeah, for that we're gonna take the trusty old Maddog MD82. No, it's the MD88 in this livery. Not even sure. But yeah, we're gonna take the old gal, take it for a trip around the island, low level, low speed, and VFR. And again, as always, I think we're gonna treat the airplane as realistically as possible, but still, you know, put it in situations that you normally wouldn't do for safety reasons. So we're trying to keep it semi-realistic, but still we're out for some fun today. Again, low level, low speed for sightseeing. Normally not the type of plane you would do something like that in. But I think that's exactly where the fun of it lies. Good. Got some lo-fi music for you in the background. I hope that's okay volume-wise. I can turn it up just a little bit, as we're gonna have a very casual stream tonight. Nothing too serious. Good, so battery comes on. With that, let's get the engine anti-ice. Maybe I'm gonna pull up a checklist. I'm doing this by heart. I think the first thing we should do is turn on the APU so we are self-supplying power. How do you call it? Self-sufficient in our power usage, and don't drain the batteries. So there's the APU coming up. On the arm, the emergency exit lights, those are on now. Since the APU is not running, it's not the best frame rate we're getting here. Good, now the RPM seems to be coming up, nearing 100%. And with that, power on.
Autopilot.
Beautiful, starter pump off, and the right half pump. Yeah, that was the one. Good. Let's get some lights on already. Overhead console lights. A little bit of flood. Glare shield lights. I don't know if there's a flood for the glare shield. Oh, we're gonna turn the brightness all the way up. The music is a tad loud, isn't it? Good. Like this maybe. So, panel lights, more lights. A little bit of flood. That already turn on the other side as well. It's great. Briefcase light we don't need the EFP on this side. How do we get rid of that? Oh, mouse wheel. Cool. So we can turn that off here. Very nice. Now we can start to think about what we want to do today. Let's go to the, not the performance, let's go to the weight and balance page. Let's see what we got here. We can take 52 people. Let's take a little more people with us. Put 100 folks in the back, 30 folks in the front. No, that's too many in the back, so let's put more in the front. Let's pull our CG forward. Good. Well below the max takeoff weight. Of course, 3 tons of fuel should be sufficient. Cargo we don't really care about. Beautiful, so that's what we're gonna have, and with that we can already start the refueling process, since that takes a lot of time, and also start boarding, since you guys always take a lot of time to board the aircraft. And with that, let's continue setting it up. Let's go to the performance calculations. Let's see where we're at. We're at Keflavik Airport, Bravo India Kilo Fox. So let's enter that here. There was the B missing. Bravo India Kilo Foxtrot. Runway, we don't know yet. Good, let's enter the temperature, the outside temperature. So that's 0 degrees outside. We can. I should have used the checklist, really. I swear to God, man. Always eyeballing it, and it's always it's also been a while. But we can manage, no worries. Let's go from top to bottom. This goes to run, this goes to on. Let's be just methodical about it. And then we should have no problems getting this plane into the air. So that's looking all good. We're just waiting for the pressure here to come up. We do have pressure here, so why do we have no pressure in the air conditioning? Maybe it just takes some time. Oh no, I know. It's one of the quirks of the MD-80. The 2 valves on either side of the pedestal. So we're gonna turn that on. Good, let's come on. Let's check the ATIS. So let's see, we're here. Also, there's a decommissioned runway, and I think we can use it. That would be fun. depending on where the wind is coming from. But maybe we can use that decommissioned runway. Good, ATIS is on 128.3, so let's enter that here.
Airport Information Uniform 12000 Zulu. Wind 083 at 15. Visibility 6 and snow. Sky condition, ceiling 1,800 feet broken. Temperature 0. Dew point 10. Altimeter tree 0.03. ILS Yankee runway 10 in use. Landing and departing runway 10. VFR aircraft say direction of flight.
Wrong dial.
All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have uniform.
That's 1017. So let's enter that here.
Keflavik Airport Information Uniform 12000 Zulu. Wind 083 at 15. Visibility 6 and snow. Sky condition, ceiling 1,800 feet overcast. Temperature 0. Dew point 10. Altimeter tree 0.03.
So take
ILS
runway
Yankee runway 10 in use.
10. Okay. ILS
Landing and
Yankee.
departing runway 10.
Good, the 10 is this runway. Again, we can take this runway here. Wind's coming from 08. What was it? 083, 082. That's cool. This runway is not too long, but this is 3 kilometers, so this should be about 2 kilometers long. No worries at all. We're gonna do a full power takeoff. Nothing, no flexing today. But we can't, of course, we can't select the decommissioned runway here now. But we can say runway 10 and deduct 1,000 meters from the runway end. Render that unusable. Good, so the takeoff weight is probably in the weight and balance section. 56,762. 56,762. Outside that temperature 0. Anti-air is gonna be on. PAC's gonna be on. And let's calculate that. Good, taking off with flaps 13, flaps temperature 50, and the V-speeds. We're gonna need those in a second. Good, with that, let's close the cockpit door, so you folks stay outside and don't disturb us. Ruby and I here in the cockpit. Also, let's have a little bit of lighting here too in the pedestal. It's not... What's the time now? 12:52. It doesn't get really... we don't really get much of day time so far up north, and so close to the... What's it called? The equinox, the winter... Not the equinox, the winter solstice. Yeah, that's about as much daylight as we're gonna get, as we can expect here. Good, let's begin to set up the glare shield here. We can... You know what, we can already set up like a touch and go at Reykjavik Airport. Why not? We're gonna depart and fly straight to Reykjavik, have a look at the city, have a touch and go at the airport there, and then either continue north or east along the shore, and having a look out for the landmarks. I turned the landmarks on. I don't know any of them. Iceland is not my turf. I know, Reykjavik by name and Keflavik by name, and that's about it. And I think Iceland is the home of this unspeakable volcano that, you know, crippled the aviation industry some years ago, and it has the longest name ever. Yeah, but let's see. Open airport. Let's see the weather. The weather in Reykjavik. 70 degrees, so that's what you want. Maybe the northbound runway. It's the choice. It's the choice to have. So let's have approach charts for what's that gonna be about runway 01. Alles localized in 19, so we can't. And that's 13. So there is no. We got an RNP on of approach runway 01. No, let's not do that. Let's do a localizer. Localizer Yankee on runway 13. So let's set that up here. 109.1. Do we? Yeah, we can already set the course needle. We don't really need it here. We're gonna fly mostly by sight, if possible. If not, we're gonna climb above the clouds. We're gonna navigate on the flight, on the fly. Use the interactive map. You know, semi-realistic today. We're having some casual fun tonight with the Maddog and the kitty. Good speed. What's our V2? 141. So V2 plus 10. Say plus 15. It's 156. So 156. The heading. Let me see, just as a reminder, the heading is gonna be, yeah, more or less runway heading, right? And we're gonna see on the map here where we are. Pretty much just need to follow the coastline after takeoff on the decommissioned runway. And we're gonna end up in Reykjavik. Let's set this to. For now, we don't want the autopilot. We don't use the autopilot. Let's set this to 30,000. So we don't get any warnings just for that reason. And when we're gonna use the autopilot, we can dial that down to whatever altitude we need. Good. Again, no heading bug. We can set that on the runway. About 20, 30 or something degrees. We can set that exact heading later on. Let's see, do we have any number 8s here? What's that? 112.8. Set it here as a backup. That's the thick needle. Set to the VOR. Let's set to the ADF. Do we have an NDB here? Look at the 3902 Keflavik NDB. So let's set that on the ADF. Let's set that on both sides. 392. Let's set to ADF and 390 and 2. Yeah, that's pretty much behind us, so that seems to be receiving just fine. that we can set to the ADF. And this we're gonna set to the VR. Shouldn't... We can't, right? We can't already. No, that's that. That's... No, that's the VR2, right? That's the Kevlar VR, not this one. But I'm not really sure how we can split that. How we can get that from our own VR and not VR2. I mean, we can set it like this. Have the our VR display here with the thin needle, and just display the NDB with the double dual needle here with the NDB2 receiver. Good. Also, we didn't set the standby altimeter. Let's do that now. 1017 3003. Let's open that back up. Let's have the taxi chart up here. We're looking for a elevation of 170 feet, so that's 160, 180, about in the middle 170. It looks about right. Let's uncage the standby horizon here. Let's go to takeoff flags here, set the 50 from the performance calculation. Also we can already turn ART off. And that has been set with the other side. We can think boarding is complete. Okay. Boarding is complete, so we can get the auxiliary hydraulic pump on and the transition pump on. So we can close the stairs in the back. Also we can observe the flaps coming up fully. And we get pressure, hydraulic pressure on both sides. Beautiful. So let's come to the FMC here first. So we're flying an MB-88 today. Engines looking about right. This is probably out of date. I didn't bother tonight to check if we're up to date. Doesn't really matter. The changes are minuscule, and we're not flying on Batsim or any server. We're just casually flying. So that should be fine for our purposes. Today, so let's position in it. Grab the position from the GPS. Enter that here. The reference airport is... what's it called? BIKF, Bravo India Kilo Fox. Let's just enter that here for redundancy. And let's just enter the same. We don't need a route, at least not for now. Let's enter nothing here for the moment. And let's come to our performance initialization. So the fuel on board is 6 tons normal schedule. And our gross weight is 57050. So we're gonna enter that here. Reserves, I don't care, 2 tons. Cruise altitude, just enter 6,000. Doesn't really matter cruise wind. We don't have a route, so that also doesn't really matter. We can enter either deviation of, wait a second, minus, that's minus 13. Good. Takeoff. Let's grab the V speeds. 127.32, 41. 127.132 and 141. Let's just check that here with our cards here. At 57 we got we got to try one way. 121.9, 134, 143, so that's about the same. It went back to 58, I don't know why. Maybe it always rounds up. That's looking even closer to our values. So I'm satisfied with that. Good. Not entering any departures, not entering anything, so the FMC setup should be completed here. Let's continue setting up the takeoff here with the flaps 13 and trim setup. So flaps 13 is set, CG at takeoff is in the weight and balance. Takeoff CG 13.4 is set automatically here. So let's set the trim. Align that with our indicator. That's, if you didn't know, that's moving with the flap setting and the CG setting, and is calculating the appropriate trim setting. So that's pretty neat. Also want to set 13 on the flap pre-selector dial. And that also takes some time. But they were passing 11 and 13 just before the do not use range. And that's gonna be just in between these two settings. And we cannot use, cannot use between 13 and 15 for whatever reason. But we're gonna obey. I'm gonna set 13. Good. Let's also how does this work? On mode IMC, VMC. That's good. That's good. That's powering up now. That's gonna be our head-up display. That's a super neat, super cool feature in the MD-80. That's looking really cool. Really adds to the feeling of it. Good. We're not gonna bother really with the comms tonight. The ADF has been select already. Lights have been set. Auto brake is set. For takeoff, not armed for the moment. The thrust feed valves are open, and with that, I think we got a more or less completed. Not completed, but good setup for the moment. Let's check the annunciator panel for any failures that are unexpected. So of course the engine generators are off, oil pressures are low, heater stall heaters off. All the expected failures. Left inlet fuel pressure low. Is this expected or is this for the APU? No, right? No. We're gonna leave it like that. I'm pretty sure that the right aft pump is the pump for the APU. And the APU so far is not complaining. So we're just gonna run with it. Good, beautiful. Anything else we need there? That's just all the tests. We don't bother again with them today. The oil damping is on. Let's set to norm. Let's set to norm. Beautiful. Right. Let's take the time to take a look outside. If my controller wants to work, it does. Let's go. That's us, by the way. That's our flight crew. I hope you're feeling very safe with Ruby, our good boy, and the Doge. Nothing to be worried about. But to be honest, I'm not really sure how the VFR part of our adventure today will work out. For the moment, it's looking okay if we're staying at, like, you know, 500 feet or so, between 500 and 1,000 feet. Maybe we can pull it off and don't need to climb above the clouds. Should be a-okay. Let's increase the speed of the drone just a bit. So let's see, that's our two normal runways, and that's the decommissioned runway. Let me see, yeah, that's exactly the one we're gonna taxi there and take off in this direction. That's gonna be fun. Good, let's return back to our airplane. Where is it? Get ready for the pushback. Let's put that here. Let's pre-plan the push already. Okay. Yes, I know. I know, I already forgot which direction we need to push into. Tail to the left. Good. About like so. Good enough. Close that. Let's get the engines ready. So all the fuel pumps come on. Starters uncaged. And the thingamajig, the air conditioning is turned off. Good. With that, let's call our pushback. No animated pushback out. That's too bad. Brake release. And with that, wait a second. We always forget those. So chocks are removed. And we're ready. And hold. And starting number 1. Are we? Are we starting number 1? And also, of course, the seatbelt signs on. Doesn't really... Oh, we need, of course, to have the starter system on. Stupid me. And with that, we got spinach in the engines. At least one of them. Introducing the fuel. Perfect, so let's set the parking brake. With that, the pushback is completed. And the engine looking stable. So let's close the starter here and start number 1. So just waiting for 20% here. With that, introducing the fuel. EGT rising immediately. That's good. Good light off. And one starting to come up. Oil temperature starting to come up. The oil pressure is starting to come up. Beautiful. That was the generator. And with that, starter comes off. We're going to both already. Don't want to bother setting that up later, since we're gonna forget. Right, so that's all looking very fine. I guess we can set those back to auto. APU air off, APU off. Good, let's have the anti-ice off for now. Only warning we have is the parking brakes. So that's looking very nicely set up. Let's get... No, wait a second, we do have a tablet. No, it's not in the tech. Of course, it's not in the technical log. It's in. Did we not have a? I could have sworn we have a Navigraph support here, but apparently I'm stupid. So let's just have that up here. That's good enough. And this distracting, can turn that off. That's coming off. We're setting the flaps to 13. That's here. Slats set for takeoff. What else do we need? Can arm the auto brake and can arm the auto spoilers. With that, the warning light is out. That is good. Let's release the parking brake. Advance the throttles. No warnings here. That's perfect. Good. With that, let's come off the brakes. And let's start our taxi to the mystery runway. The MD-80 really is one of the greatest add-ons for this sim. I'm always blown away with how cool it is. I mean, I do have some nostalgia for this era of aviation. You know, just at the brink of computerization, but so much manual control over all these systems. You know, not overly computerized like an Airbus today, fly-by-wire and such. Which of course also has its perks. It's cool in its own right. But you know, I'll always have a thing for these kinds of planes. I'm also patiently waiting for the 737-200 version, if it's even coming. There was one announced by Milvist 2 years or so ago, and they are very quiet developers, so I got no idea if they're still at it, if the project is dead. Can't really tell you that. I think we're also gonna use this view a fair bit today. Since again, we're not gonna keep it 100% realistic, we're gonna go sightseeing. And that's pretty much perfect. We have control in this view, good control, and we can look around. And it's gonna look pretty cool too, I suppose. Can we change this camera just a bit? Can we more zoom, but further away? That would be nice. That's not possible, probably. Okay, let's come in a bit closer with the zoom. I think that's looking better. If we're closer to the plane. Hey, Badu, alles klar. Kommst im richtigen Moment. Wir sind kurz vorm Takeoff. Jetzt beginnt der spannende Teil. Iceland. Bisschen Sightseeing auf Island. Good, let's not forget head tracking. That's better. Ruby the kitty is here. We are here. Let's go to Reykjavik. Big access on the runway. That means do not go on there. bit more. She's a heavy one. About like so. Let's turn the parking brake on for just a second. Let's realign the heading block here. No. This stays at 0. Good, also I wanna just check something. Is that a racetrack painted on the runway? Or what is that? I have no idea. Good, but let's not waste time. Let's get the show in the air. So, of course, we've got stuff, got the flight director, doesn't matter. So, like so, and like so. Beautiful, let's get this ready, take off. Everything else is set. I'm not even scared that much. Let's go. Coming up to about 1.4. It's kicking in. Let's go. Auto throttle on.
Takeoff thrust set.
Clamp. Beautiful clamp.
80 knots, cross check.
Cross checked. No V-speeds. Let's go. Let's just go. Gear up. Whoa, where are we going? That seems really out of trim. How strange. Let's get the flaps up, keep the slats out. Let's stay below 2000. We're too high
Flap
already.
0.
Auto throttle off. That's very stressful. Already. Getting way too fast. Climbing too high. Let's regain our bearings. Want to follow the shoreline. Good, let's see. World map. So that's Reykjavik. With the airport we're gonna do a touch and go there. But first we're gonna do a tour of the city. Let's descend to about 1,000 feet. And also reduce speed just a tad. Thousand.
1,000.
Let's stay about here. Bring in just some power. Like in that ballpark, right? That should be fine. 1.25 on the EPR. And that's also speeding us up. I mean, the beauty of the scenery is really hard to see at this time of the year. Also, we're still speeding up. But why are you complaining about my flying? I'm just a dog. Look at me. Look at the doggo. So that's I'm not gonna pronounce the names of these landmarks, by the way. Just so you know. There we go, about 1500 feet. We climbed just a tad. We're still speeding up at 1.21, so let's reduce that further. I mean, 1500 is also a decent altitude. There's the airport. Yeah, looks like we're receiving the localizer of runway 10. That's good for later. Oh, look at that. There's some kind of church. That looks important. I can pronounce that. That looks cool, but what is that? Observatory. Looks like it, right? Are you still flying? You're still flying. It's fine to plane. Hello. Airplane where? There you go. Gus. Probably Gus. So what's that? I've got to pronounce that. Good, let's see if we can't do a little touch and go. Oh, pretty nicely tracking outbound of the localizer. A little fast maybe. Or to gain some altitude maybe. Let's have some maps, some charts open here. Approach, runway. What was it now? 13. That's correct. Localizer Yankee 03. Let's have that open like this. Want to start from 1700 feet, so we need to climb just a bit. Also, and the left turn for now. Nose up just a little. Distance 5.7. Distance readouts here. We got 6 at the moment. Good, so 1700, 5.7. Let's close that. Bring around. Let's not descend. Also landing lights on, of course. We're just shooting through the localizer. Doesn't matter. Let's arm those. First stage of flaps comes down. Let's continue climbing. Some rain. We also didn't do anti-ice stuff, but now that there's moisture in the air, I mean, there was moisture in the air all the time, and now there's real visible moisture and precipitation. So we're gonna turn it on. Gear comes down, 200 knots. Runway inside. Again, overshot, big time, but doesn't matter today. We're just having fun. Going to flaps 15. It's about a mile to go till we drop down. It's gonna be flaps 22 touch and go. No, flaps 28 touch and go. Sorry. Or we can do, you know what? We could go. Let's go flaps 15. Also, that's 5.7 DME. We're already below 1700, so that's good. And we can keep descending. Also, centerline now coming in nicely. Coming a bit off the throttle now to reduce the speed. 180. Let's trim up a little bit. Force it to slow down even more.
1000.
Coming back even more on the throttle. We're still super fast. But you gotta be gentle with the old girl. Guess we can go about 145 or something. Should be fine for the touch and go flaps 15. So dropping a bit steeper now, coming off the throttle even more.
500. 400.
Still a bit too fast.
300.
Now re-entering the glide.
200.
Reframing one last time. About 150 now. That's not looking too bad.
100. 50. 40. 30.
Nose up.
20. 10.
That was a dunk. And go around power.
Spot lap. Spot lap. Spot lap. Spot lap. Spot lap.
Reverse power. Don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. Gear up. That is always really stressful. Flaps 11. I'd say let's do that again, but with a full stop landing. Coming off the throttle. Staying at flaps 11. Also leveling off at 1700. Beautiful. What's that? Let's extend. Let's widen. Let's widen the approach a little bit. Also, we need a lot of trim. But also, we don't really need the flight directs. They're just in the way. Cool. So we're at 2000 now, so we need to descend some more. Also, again, we are too fast. Let's recheck. This is still armed. Hot brake is off. Also, that's better. Such retrofuturism. That's awesome. And that's 6.5 miles. Let's bring it around. Let's not wait. Coming up 180 knots. And let's keep it at the horizon. And we're descending. Always descending. Let's bring it back up. We need 1700. But 160 knots is good. Bring the flaps to 15. It's setting out to intercept the localizer. And we still want to climb. knots, 28. And of course more trim needed. There's 1700. Whoa, 1700 coming up. Also center line coming up. Well, let's bring her around at 145 knots. That's perfect. Shot that a little bit. Do we have a line at 3 degrees? Why not? BMC minus 3 degrees. And we got the line there. Yeah, we shot through the 5.7 miles. That's not very stable now. But again, we're eyeballing it today. Coming on flaps full. How about so? That's about a 5-degree approach. That's cool too. Look at that. That is so cool. Getting a bit slow now. Dangerously slow now. It's bringing them a bit of power.
500.
Also want to drop the 3-degree line onto the puppies.
400.
It's looking fine now. Still a tad too high.
200.
Ah, there it comes.
100.
Nose up.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
There it is. Reverse. Beautiful. Let's vacate. How can we go back onto the runway? I want to backtrack. We need a map for a second. And let's get the head tracking off for a second. So that was okay. Alright, we can taxi there and back onto the runway. That's good. Do we have a windsock here? Is that even the correct runway? It was. Look at that. Good call, good choice. Let's use that for takeoff. Beautiful, let's get the charts open and plan our next steps. So we get more than 2 tons each side left, so we barely used 800 kilograms per side. So, where do we want to continue? Do we have another airport? You know what? Let me take a second here. There should be a handcrafted airport that came with the update, but I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure which one it is. So give me just a second. I'm gonna put you outside so you can enjoy the scenery. I'm gonna check which airport is indeed handcrafted, and then we're gonna fly there. Okay, so that's, let's see, airports. That's Bravo, India, and Alpha, Romeo. Enter. That's here. Let's see, you got more than 2 kilometers of runway. That's perfect, we're gonna go there. Good, let's plan a flight real quick. We're at, let's close that, how you call it? BIRK. So a new flight. From, can I type here? Yes, I can. BIRK. Oh no. Good. I'm not gonna use. I'm not gonna use my normal keyboard. Good. From here at route. To. What was it? BIAR. Bravo, India, Alpha, Romeo. No. Bravo, India, Alpha, Romeo. That's here. At route. That's not too far, right? 135 miles. And we're gonna take like a northern route. That's gonna be chill. Good. Let's select the proper runway. That's runway 13. 12 departures available. Let's see. We got any northbound departure. Good. Let's take the Mora 4. Like so. Yep, that's looking great. Let's also select an arrival. But I need the weather, please. Just a second here. What's the wind? 190. Ah, that's perfect. That's perfect. Good. So we're gonna select runway 19. I say wind calm. That's good. Runway 19. 11 arrivals. Do we need an arrival? Probably not. We can take the queue as arrival, since we are gonna come from the coast. So Cuba, 1 mic, and add that to the route. Followed by localizer. Yeah. Localizer. No ILS on. Okay. It's good. Even more of a challenge. Adding that to the route. Beautiful. Waypoints, 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 please. We need IFR low. And we can go up here to Skalm. There's no real airway, right? Could take this one, but nah. We're gonna end up here anyways, right? Do we need the airfields here as waypoints? NDB. Yeah, let's do it like this. So after Myra, we're gonna go direct to. No, let's not. Let's type here SKALM. And then to direct to Golf Juliet. And then where's the other airport? Busy. Then DCT 3E. Bravo India, Sierra India. And that's it, done. Got that? You did. That does look like a nice flight. Do we need to fuel up for that? Probably, right? Yeah, I guess let's have a short turnaround here. To Reykjavik, please. Open the taxi chart for me. That's apron 1. Okay. Straight ahead. Can we park there? Is that the right size of plane for that airport? Let's come in here into this parking spot. That's looking good. Yeah, gonna do that. Off the parking brake. So that all comes up.
Slats retracted.
Airfoil ice. Turn that off. And no warnings, that's good. So that was the parking space, right? Should also, of course, start our APU. We're coming around wide. That's okay. We're a big plane. And I mean, I guess it's really gonna be enough. Again, 3 tons. 3 tons either side. Should bring us there. Are you gonna come forward the last few meters? Please. Good enough. Like so. Park brake on. How are we doing? Okay, head tracking off, that's not working good. Gonna go like this. That goes to run, that goes to on. I never turned them off, that's perfect. Also we can have galley power. Off, this can come off. And the engines can both. Come off. And leave all that as is for now. Good, with that. So yeah, wait. I need to turn that off like this, right? And also super signs off. Why not? Unboarding. Perfect. And also we want to have that's here on the ground. Want to have fuel. Like that. What else? This can come off. Of course all of this can come off. Rest for my taste is looking great. Can unlock the door here. Goodbye everyone. Good. And I'm just gonna leave you with the kitty here for a second. Gotta go to the restroom. I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, right, back. Let's see how we can manage that. I never really did plan stuff on the fly in this game. Also, that's super beautiful. Look at that. Let's have that in the background. Maybe just a tad more quiet. And just a little bit louder, maybe. Maybe like so. Good. So again, we're eyeballing. Don't really want to fire up SimBrief for this one. And to be frank, I'm not sure. I don't know how to calculate the cruising altitude on the fly. I mean, above 30 seems a bit excessive for this short hop. Might want to go to 24 or something. Want to be able to see stuff also. And that's gonna be fine then. That's gonna be just fine. Good. Going back in the cockpit here. Also, no, let's have to wait and balance first. Want to have more. Want to have the plane full this time. Can we manage that on the short runway? Yeah, we can. I want to have. I'm just gonna enter something ridiculous. Should default to the highest possible number, right? Why not? Why can I have 80? I don't know what's the maximum number of passengers. 80. Also 81 or what? 81? Look at that. 81. So that's full. 3 tons are fine. That's just fine for the trip we're doing. I mean 6 tons, 3 tons either side. And trip fuel here is set to 25.5. But what does the plane know? What does the plane think where we're going? That's the question. Good, but 60 tons, that's okay. That's good, we don't want to overdo it. So is that also set? Again, CG is set. So let's have the performance calculation done. Where are we? BIRK. Bravo, India, Romeo Kilo. Going out of runway. What's that? 1-3. Out of runway 1-3, no reductions. Condition try flap optimum. Wind. Let's grab it here. 08010. At 10 knots. QNH is 1018. Takeoff weight is gonna be 59,866. Yeah. Let's be precise about it. Well, 59,866. Nearly 60 tons. Outside air temperature is still 0 degrees. Gonna have the anti-ice off and packs on. Say what? Takeoff not allowed. Or you complainy pants. How long is the runway? Oh man, okay. How long is that? What is that in normal units? 1567. What if we take runway 19? That's allowed, perfect. Normal takeoff, 15 degrees of flaps. Well, okay then. Yes, that's okay. 12 departures available. Yeah, we want this one to Alpha. Ah, that's this one, okay. Didn't even see it. Like so. I want to see that. I want to see that on the chart, please. Yeah, it's just flight 2.8 DME. Yeah, we're gonna set that up. We're gonna fly that. Good. That's perfect. 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 So flaps 15. That's set here, normal takeoff. So flaps 15 is just a normal flap setting, so we can already put that to stow. So see it here, flaps 15. We don't need to pre-select that on the wheel here. That always takes long. Yeah, we can take the time, set the trim already. No, we can't. That's strange, we can trim down but not up. Look at that, we're going to 5, 6. Oh, now we can pass through it. Okay. Good. Good, we got again 6 tons on board, normal burn schedule, cross weight 60.1 or 60.2, reserves 2, cruise altitude will be, I kinda wanna have 28 for some reason. Cruise wind, I don't know, let's take 110, 20. That's just the surface wind plus 30 degrees and twice the speed. ESA deviation is minus 13 again. That's good. V speeds for the takeoff 129, 33, 42. $142. Like this, 60 tons. Not landing but takeoff 21. Perfect, perfect, and perfect. This is then set. This is set to 18. Looking for 45 feet of elevation. That's about right. Also standby altimeter. Great, and also perfect. That goes to normal takeoff. This is already closed. Also, of course, we can now turn the flight directors on. Let's see, the door is still open. How are we doing? Oh, we need, of course, to start boarding. And fuel is already on board. Perfect. I don't know what I'm doing. Am I stupid? Do I need to enter the route first? Oh, it would help, of course, if we entered where we come from and where we're going, of course. Bravo India, Romeo, Kilo as the origin. And we're going to Bravo India, Alpha Romeo. There we go, out of runway 19er. And now we can select the departure. Out of 19er, it's the Myra 2 Alpha. So for that we have to scroll down. Myra 2 Alpha. Good, then the route to Myra. So after that we got SKA LM direct to I want to go to Golf Juliet NDB. So it's 65 north. Neither of those are the correct one. That's wrong. Let's delete that and let's just enter the airport as the fix. Golf Juliet. Next fix is the airport Bravo India Sierra India, like so. Then let's activate that so we don't lose anything. And we need the departure arrival index page, and we want to set the arrival. We want the localizer 19er from Cuba 1 Mike. That's correct, Cuba 1 Mike. And without transition. Let's execute that. Let's have a look at that. BZ and BZ going to Cubas and then Cuba 1 Mike. Let's execute that and let's check that out on the map. Good for that. I think we have to go to the, what is it, the legs page, right? Yes. So that's that. We're going to Myra, we're going to Scar, we're going to Airfield 1, we're going to Airfield 2, BZ, we're going to Cubas, we're going to Norfi, perfect, just flying the approach deck. It's looking great. And that's also looking superb. Good. Like this. Good, so that's done. Takeoff and pre-flight is complete. So let's set up the plane for the departure. Also, let's close the door here. We're still boarding. Good, let's see the departure route, please. Instrument departure. It's this one. There you go, zooming. So where are we going? We're going out of runway 19, that's this one. So we need 1091, that's already set. Fly this to this distance of 2.8 DME. And then right turn to the Reykjavik NDB 355. Let's also maybe get that a little bit more quiet. So yes, 355. And then on the standby we can set the next NDB that we need. That's the that's already the Golf Juliet NDB with a frequency of, let me see, 340. Beautiful. So that is set to the NDB. That is set to NDB. This is both set to NDB, which is fine. That's the way I want to have it. Looks like boarding is completed. Sounds like it. That's good. Doors are closed. That looks all good and set for takeoff. Ruby is ready. We are ready. Let's get the show started. This I'm not sure what that means. Maybe that's not set up correctly yet. For now, we don't need a course for the departures, right? Just wanna fly runway heading or runway track. Then inbound here, and then it's just a matter of following our pre-planned route. So can check on the taxi chart. We're pretty much already heading the right direction. 187. So let's set that here on the heading. 187. And maybe also on the course selector, why not? Just as a reminder. That's 187 here, and that's 187. Well, here in just a second. Beautiful. This also powered, but not on. Turn it on. It doesn't change anything, right? And look at those reflections. That's looking cool. Just set that to map. Doesn't change anything. Is that off or is that on? Weather radar off. But there's no standby function, right? You can just turn it on or off. Let's just leave it on. Let's grill some folk. Good RV speeds again, so yeah, we can already set like 210, 220 here for after the takeoff. That's fine. Let's not bother with V2 plus 10 or anything. There we go. Heading set, altitude to 28,000, right? So that is set, that is set. That is set. Let's have our pushback pre-planned. Want to completely turn around. So, like so. And then like so, and then like so. That's looking cool. So quick scan over everything. I think I'm satisfied with that. Let's go to System A this time. Engage this, all the fuel pumps coming on. No warnings other than the expected ones. We don't have to set anything here, right? Just the landing altitude later, but not the cruise altitude. Should be fine. So with that, anti-collision light comes on. And we're ready for the push. And number one. Oh, let's also get the supply off here. What are you saying? I hope that means cabin ready. Well, we are max motoring, introducing fuel. Good, light off, and one coming in. Be a beautiful. That closes, that opens. Coming up on 20%. Introducing fuel. And that's also looking like a good light off. Getting flaps down to 15. 15 please. This comes to takeoff. This comes to captain. This comes to both. This closes. You're getting some air conditioning again. A pure air off, a pure off. And with that also the APU generators off. Taxi light on. Perfect. Coming off the parking brake. Let's not scrape the wing here. As I love the reflections. Just look at that. Oh, the turn is coming up. If that comes to bright, that comes to on. We got a config warning here. I'm gonna check that in just a second. It's probably gonna be spoilers. No. Auto brake. Yes. I also get head tracking back on. I'll brake on for just a second. What a cool angle for the rotation. We want to go to the wheels this time. Let's try this. Beautiful. So let's talk through the departure once again, just so we're not forgetting. Please let me have my departure here. We're going to 2.8. Distance of 2.8 on a DME. Right turn towards the do I have I'm on the ADF. So then right turn towards the ADF. Yeah, towards the NDB. Climbing directly towards 28,000. And that's that's about it. Good. Shots close. And let's go. Need to straighten out a bit, I got the feeling. Let's come on the gas. Let's begin coming around a bit to the left. Introducing more and more power. Other throttle coming on.
Clamp. 80 knots, cross check.
It's checked.
V1.
Go.
Rotate.
Rotate. Woo! No sub, come on. Just beautiful. Nose down a bit. Already past 1500. Now it's in 2000. Can bring the nose down. Flaps 11. Flaps up. Set climb, thrust.
Climb thrust set.
And I did not... I have to hand fly this for now. Shit. Should have set that to... you know, to the appropriate stuff we want to have. Nav. VNav. Come on, I don't want to have heading hold. Why is nav not working? What am I doing wrong? Slats coming up now.
Slats retracted.
Now towards the NDB. We need anti-ice in these conditions. Can't harm, right? Nav check, nice. So autopilot is on. speed is set to 310. Okay, that's cool. So I guess I can stop head tracking now. Let's have a look outside. You're following the track. That's good. Oh, that's creepy. Good. Can retract that. Turn all that off. Oh, there we go. That's looking super cool. Oh, I never removed my Be Right Back overlay. Sorry about that. That can come off now, I think. Rube is chilling. We are chilling. We are deep in the weather, but everything is looking super, super fine. Look at us. So let's check. Where are we? How far do we have to go? Yeah, it's gonna be a little trip, but we're well on our way. About to reach cruising altitude. That is awesome. Clear of the clouds. That's just looking super cool. You know what? Let's open the door. Let's have some interaction. Let's go back to the cabin. I really hope like it's not going to be too long till you can have proper like passengers in there. I mean, I know there are add-ons, but it still looks kind of strange, always humans in these games. The animation is always just a bit off, and it doesn't really add to the immersion oftentimes. Should I just a second? I think we're about to level off. We have captured. That's sounding very good. Also, I think these close when the engines are running. Also, we can turn these off. And also, no more seatbelts for you. We're reaching our cruising altitude. And the aircraft is now handling itself. Airfoil ice pressure. Yeah, let's turn it off. We'll clear off any visible moisture. Temperature is super cold, so we shouldn't expect any ice. And now we really can go back. I wanna have a wing view seat. Look at that. I love this plane to bits, man. Such an impressive bird. I mean, yeah, that's just clouds and little sunshine. That's also looking cool with the shadow of the plane on the wing there. Otherwise, like this, we can't really see the. I'm thinking about changing the weather, changing the season, but on the other hand, I also do like the live aspect of it. I mean, I'm stupid anyway, so time of day isn't even live, right? But this is live time. And that's pretty much the brightest of day we get. Shouldn't have done that, probably. Sorry. Yeah. That's okay. You good? You good again? Shouldn't have done that. It looks like it's clearing up a little bit. But the long shadows, man, the long sun, the low sun. That's already looking super cool. I'm also super excited for FS24. And I really hope that everything that works in 2020 will work flawlessly in 24. Because to be honest, I spent a lot of money on add-on planes and stuff. It would be a shame if that was lost when I switched to 24. And I guess a lot of other people also wouldn't even, you know, consider switching. They got a very expensive fleet of aircraft and also a lot of paid scenery. Drone is too fast, right? Slow that down a bit. How about so? Yeah, that looks better. A little bit more zoom. And I just love how that plane looks in the air. Let's just check in a second where we are on the map, so there's no surprises. Or maybe just in case, already prepare the descent. Also looks like denser, wetter ahead. Just see, did you give me a top of descent? Nice. How very, very nice of you. In that case, I need an approach chart. And we're going to be coming in from 2500, 3600 initially. Well, let's set it to 6000 initially. Arm that already. It's already set this year, 110.5. So that is set, and 185. It's already almost set. We can set that on both sides. We got the time. What's happening? What? What happened? No, that's not illuminated here, right? No lights, no, can't be. Everything is fine, right? It's just randomly shaking. Okay. Worried for a second there. But we need those. Let's see. Elevation is gonna be upper elevation 7. So yeah, that's set correctly to 0 here. 8 is 1362. We're gonna set that. One 362. So I can receive and listen to that as soon as it's in range. Please say something. Also hope we have enough fuel on board. That looks like it. That was decent coming up already. Where are we? Very nice. Good. Let's keep an eye on that. So again, there are no surprises. Or else we can't tilt the weather radar down, right? Because there is definitely weather in front of us, but it doesn't show. Send that back to 0 anyway. Weather radar and terrain. What's map? No. Weather radar plus terrain, please. No. No. Okay. Good. We can do landing calculations, I think. Why don't we do that? Where are we going? So we're going to Bravo, India, Alpha, Romeo, runway 19er, 1540, top of decent coming up. And we need to wait for that. Or we can just, you know, cheat a little. Oh, we got 1022. Wind is calm. A little bit of snow. It's SH, I'm not sure. That's gonna be a little more challenging than the last approach. Get something seems to be trimming, no? And there we go, starting the descent. Get that on early. Let's wait with the anti-ice systems until we are definitely in clouds. Good. Let's keep that in mind. 10:22. Let's already enter that here. We got wind calm. Can I enter it like this? Yes. 10:22. Enter. Landing weight. Does the FMS know that? No, wait. Well, sit on the progress. There we go. He was with 3.7 tons of fuel left. Yeah, that's 57.9. Let's go with 57.900. What's that temperature? It's gonna be 0. Is it? -4, -5. There it is. Like this. That's okay with me. Good. Can I have that here, please? 231, 0 extend 180. 15 extend 46. Okay. That's a good. Bring that down to 4,000. Oh, that's even an ILS. I thought that was only a localizer. I don't know why. It's still 10.5, 185. So we can come in there from. Let's overlay that. Like so. Come from Cubas to Northy. We're gonna follow the map here. And then it's 159 over to the ILS, right? From 36.
Aquilery Airport information, Whiskey 1200 Zulu. Wind calm.
I don't know how to set the hundreds.
Sky condition, ceiling 1,900 feet broken. Temperature -4. Viewpoint 10.
Doesn't matter. We're gonna hand fly it anyways from some point.
ILS runway 1 in use. Landing and departing runway 1. DFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have Whiskey. Aquilery Airport information, Whiskey 1200 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 6. Sky condition, ceiling 1,900 feet broken. Temperature -4. Viewpoint 10. Altimeter tree 0.18. ILS runway 1 in use. Landing and departing runway 1.
Landing and departing runway 1. I don't think so. Let's get the range down here even more. Just flying over our final airfield, right? So where is it? Wasn't there an airfield as our last waypoint? That doesn't look like an airfield. But that all looks completely frozen. I know we already passed that. And we're now coming up to BZ, the small airport. Is it this here? It looks like a small airfield. Let me see, did we even check how much runway do we have? I think we did. This 2.5 kilometers. That is more than enough. Good, now we should be about to decelerate. Let's get the landing lights on. Let's see what the airplane does. Should be smart enough to know. Smart and capable at handling the speed. That's good, 240 deceleration. Good, but I think I do want to take over pretty soon. When FMS idles, I'm gonna take the opportunity to turn off the auto throttle. And again, that seems all to be set. I want you on your seats now. Let's arm the auto brake. Not the auto brake, let's arm the spoilers. Distance here comes up for redundancy. Distance here comes on for redundancy. Yes, auto throttle system off. I know. So now coming down here to Norfi. And then we're gonna intercept the localizer. Still got glide slope fail and I don't know why. But maybe we're just not receiving that yet. So we can bring in the slats.
Slats extended.
I didn't want to activate it, but yeah, like this. Let's fly heading mode. Let's bring the range down here. Can't bring it down more. Good, perfect. So ready to go. Oh, yeah, it's So you're saying we're slow, but don't really see it. This can go to go around. I mean, yeah, we're of course we're slow if we're setting this. You can set 180 here. How about that? Still not accepting it. Keep tracking enough, but let's go to vertical speed on the altitude. Oh, I can come down a little bit steeper. That's looking perfect now in the course to intercept. Intercept the localizer. And I want to bring in more flaps now. I also want to go down to 3000. Again, I know in this, I don't know in this mouse setting how to set hundreds on the altitude, window. So this would have to do. Coming back to idle. Do we need a little bit? It's cold and wet. Let's not risk anything. Let's bring in the first stage of flaps. That's already the blinking of the runway. Also head tracking comes on. Gears coming down to increase the drag.
Gear down, 3 green.
And flaps 15.
Flaps 15.
You're gonna intercept or not? You should be, right? Otherwise I'm ready to disconnect, but you do. You do want to intercept, that is great. Bring in a little bit of gas now. Just to keep the speed there. Where it is. But we can already set flaps to 28. That's becoming a bit slow. That's the glide slope coming in.
Autopilot.
Let's go down. Also, like so. A bit fast for the flap setting.
2,500.
About so. There's the runway. See the blinking light. Put in the bird on it. Look at that. That looks epic. Come a bit off the gas. Reducing the speed further now. And flaps full.
Flaps 40.
Yes, yes. Nose down. Need just a little bit more power. Otherwise, parameters looking very good. That's just awesome. Sync rate is a bit too high, retrimming and also give a little bit more EPR. Runways in sight. Now flying visually, more or less disregarding the ILS. Trying to catch the center line of the runway. Still a tad fast, but runway is long enough. Also can set this to go around. Looking great. Bring it over.
300.
Do we dare land from the outside? Let's.
100. 50.
I mean, hard landing. But okay, we did it from the outside for entertainment. So that's okay with me.
60 knots. Reverse lights out.
And let's brake to vacate. That doesn't look like the airport is equipped for our kind of plane. Let's just keep vacating. Come to standstill, and the ice also can come off. I'll just start up the APU. Let's get a parking brake on. Yeah, it's a beautiful place. I really should turn head tracking off. It's really distracting. So let's have a look at the airport, at the scenery. Is there space for our plane anywhere? I mean, there, right? And there's also a guy waiting for us. So that's where we're going. Good, perfect. Flaps up, please. Speed brakes in. This can come up now. APU generator can come on. APU air can come on. That goes to run. That can come to off now. Nice. Park brake off. Excuse me. Get the head tracking back on. How much fuel we got left? 1700, 1600. That's easy. Easy enough. Well within limits. At least for us. Also, landing light can come off. That's close. That's always very close here. I mean, I would just taxi straight forward, but there's a car there, so hopefully we're not getting any calls from ATC tonight for reckless taxiing. Bring her around, open up the window, -5 degrees, why not? Good, I'm gonna circle you. Oh, it's just gonna be like parallel to the building. You're not gonna have it any better, I think. Yeah. That's good enough. We're taking 2 parking spots. Like a real jackass. That's the way it's supposed to be. And there's our handcrafted airport. Can we go? Yeah, we can go inside, right? Look at that. There's snow. Snow inside the building. That's very nice. Apart from that, really nicely done. It's just snow in the tower. That's not good. Oh, look at our front wheel. Let's straighten that out. Come on. Can't be healthy. I guess that's locked in place now. Like so. Parking brake. I mean, the guy wants me to come closer. Let's see what he wants me to do. Let's come in a bit closer. Guy, you want me to boonk you? Boop. Yeah, that's great. I'm not going any closer. So parking brake is set, APU is running, generators on, so engine's coming off. That's the taxi light coming off. Oh, beautiful. Good with that. That comes off, that goes to position. That comes off. All of that comes off, that comes off. Let's have one pack off. Cool, let's deboard. That went not half bad, I would say. I'm happy with that. Everyone survived. Everyone is happy. Sun's coming out for us. Beautiful. Are you not gonna extend the stairs for all passengers? Well, you're just jumping out of the airplane, that's fine. There you go. Come closer. Still, come closer. A little closer. What an idiot. Let's have a little round around the airport. Let's see how it's modeled. I wonder what kind of planes fly here in real life. Flugverlag Islands. That's really nice. And of course you need, in Iceland, you definitely need those. That is cool. Right, let's get back to the plane, wrap it up. You're deboarding. Shut everything down, shut this down. We don't need the flight directors anymore. But I guess that's it. We don't need to wait for all the passengers to have deboarded. That's gonna be boring. I think we've done enough today. It was a very successful stream. No casualties. The machine and the human survived. That's all that matters. And the kitty survived, of course. Goodbye, Ruby. You've been the best co-pilot as always. And you have been the best audience as always. You've been very quiet and you've been very few in numbers tonight. But that's okay. Even if I entertained just one of you guys, then it all made sense. And even if I didn't, I had fun. I'm always having fun flying these big old jets for you guys. I just love my Maddog. Right, but I think that's the end of the stream for me and for you. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you enjoyed the content on your way out, leave a like, subscribe to my channel on YouTube. And apart from that, have a nice end to the week, a nice Sunday evening. And good night everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.